Hey everyone, welcome back to Bald Guys with Guns. I'm Rob, and today we're going to talk about this. Today we're talking about the 6PRS Moses cartridge. We've mentioned this on the channel a few times, with my rifle in particular. But let's go over the specs of this rifle one more time because I love it so much, I just want you to know about it. This rifle features an Excalibur barrel chambered in 6mm with a 1 and 7.75 twist. The action is a Remington 700 with a 223 bolt face. It sits in an MDT ACC Elite chassis that I have custom colored a bright green. I have purchased an AccuTac SR5G2 bipod for this and many other rifles. The muzzle device I have been using is the Whisper Pickle 30 by Northreach Manufacturing. And finally, on the top, the scope we are using is the Redline F4U Corsair 5 to 30 by 56 first focal plane in milliradians. Now I'd like to make it clear, there's only one way to get a 6PRS Moses, and that is to have a 223 action and put a 6mm barrel on it. Now, whether you go full custom like I did, or choose to take a 223 that you already own that maybe you've already thought, I might want to rebarrel this, and then pull the barrel off, put a 6mm on it, chamber it for the Moses. You can call Precision Rifle Works of Utah, find their information online, and call them to inquire more, ask questions, learn more about that process. We're going to talk about my personal load that I've developed for my rifle. So my personal load is a 109 grain Berger long-range hybrid target projectile with 28.8 grains of H4895 behind it, going 2870 feet per second on average. The 6PRS Moses is a modified 223 case. It has been hydroformed to bump the shoulder up and change the angle of the shoulder. Now I know what you're thinking, one of two things. Wow, look at the size of that neck. Or there is no way that that tiny neck can hold that bullet in appropriately. Well, as you can see here, as I try to pull this bullet out, it is not budging. And this is only 2 thou neck tension. So it has enough resistance to be effective and to not worry about. All right, I've talked your ears off. It's time for you to see some shooting. I know that's why you're here, not just for hear me talk about the 6PRS Moses. I did go out and shoot. The first little clip that I'm going to show you is me going out shooting a Know Your Limits target that I set up myself. It's not the best, it's what I had. But we've got 12-inch, 10-inch, 8-inch, 6-inch, 4-inch, 2-inch targets at 500 yards. And not only did I record it on the spotting scope, but I turned the trigger cam on for you guys. So enjoy. Let's see if we can get this done. Ooh, I'm pretty far to the right. I hit the 10-inch. Oh, I forgot to get my chronograph. Oh. All right. And I feel like I hit high too, right? About Not much. Okay. Let's see where we go here. Still right, but centered up. Probably 0.2 still. More wind down there than I expected. All right, so we got the 12. Moving on. Looks like I hit the 10 in the same spot I hit it the first time when I was aiming at the 12. Center shot. That was the 8-inch. Here's the 6. Bullet's pretty much going right where I'm putting it, so moving on to the 4. I think I hit the right edge of it. All right, true test here. The 2-inch plate. That's a hit. Can we do it multiple times in a row? That's the question. Got 3 shots left in this set of bullets here. I got more bullets, but this was specifically for this. Ooh, I think I missed it just to the right. Or maybe just high, I don't know. I think I might have wiggled up. All we can do is hold the same as we did before and see what happens. I didn't see any dust from that even. Huh. So weird how down there you can see dust sometimes, and sometimes the bullet just does something weird. Maybe lands in a bush, or I don't know. It's so weird. Hit it again. There we go. All right. 2 on the small out of 4 shots. Hit the 10-inch. So hit the 10-inch, move to the 12. Well, sorry, hit the 10-inch aiming at the 12. Then move to the 12, hit the 12. Hit the 10. 8, 6, 4, 2. Miss, miss, hit. I went 8 for 10 and twice on the 2-inch. Man, I love this gun. And one thing you guys have to see. Remember, I forgot the Garmin. On the first shot, so we only got 9, but 4.2 standard deviation, 2871.5 as our average velocity. Freaking good numbers, man. The extreme spread was only like 11. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that shooting session. I know I did when I was out there, and it just reminds me every time I shoot this gun why I love it so much. It's such a joy to shoot. It shoots so well. 6mm cartridge in general just shoots good. It's why they use it for PRS. Which brings us to our next topic. I want to compare the 6 PRS to 2 other very popular cartridges that people use for PRS competitions. That would be the 6 Dasher and the 6 GT. Here you can see them side by side, 6 PRS, 6 GT, and 6 Dasher. Each currently have a different bullet. A 105 grain Burger in the Dasher, a 108 ELDM in the GT, and a 109 Burger in the 6 PRS Moses. But for a fair comparison, let's normalize everything to the 108 grain ELDM and look at performance out to 1,000 yards. Here is a spreadsheet comparing the 3 cartridges. A 6 Dasher with a 108 grain ELDM, muzzle velocity 2850, 1948 foot-pounds of energy, and using 32 grains of Varget to do so. At 100 yards, we drop to 2707 FPS, 1757 foot-pounds of energy, no drop because that's where you're zeroed. 500 yards, 2175 FPS, 1135 foot-pounds of energy, minus 47.2 inches. So you drop 47.2 inches. At 1,000, 1607 FPS, 619 foot-pounds of energy, and 283.6 inches in drop. For the 6 GT, same bullet, 37.5 grains of H4350, muzzle velocity 2900, 2017 foot-pounds of energy. At 100 yards, you're dropping down to 2755 FPS, 1820 foot-pounds with no drop. 500 yards, 2218 foot per second, 1180 foot-pounds of energy, 45.3 inches of drop. 1,000 yards, 1642 FPS, 646 foot-pounds, and 272.4 inches of drop. But here's where things get interesting. The 6 PRS Moses hits the same speeds as the 6 GT, but does it with just 28.9 grains of H4895. That's 8.6 grains less powder than the 6 GT and about 3 grains less than the Dasher, while delivering essentially identical downrange performance to the 6 GT. Efficiency matters. The 6 PRS Moses is built on a 223 case, which is more widely available than the 6 Dasher or the 6 GT. I specifically use Starline brass for mine. Now I know that the Starline brass isn't what some would consider match grade, but I actually put a link up here for you guys to check out, a video that we made stress testing the Starline brass with a 108 grain ELDM with 29 grains of Varget. And we went, long story short, you could go watch it, but 50 firings, only 2 annealings, and 1 case trimming. If I anneal every time, which I plan to do and have been doing, I plan to get 60 to 70 firings out of this brass. So this proves basically that the Moses is efficient, but also that Starline brass might not be as bad as you think, or it could just be that the Moses design helps Starline last longer and perform well. I don't know. But I enjoy getting that many firings out of my brass. I'm going to go through about 6 barrels before my 400 pieces of brass have been fired 50 times. So, saves me quite a bit of money on brass. So why does this matter? Well, the 6 PRS Moses lets you use cheaper brass, also allows you to use less powder, and a lot of reloads to get the same results as a 6 GT and a 6 Dasher. Same results, high efficiency, lower costs. But again, I've talked your ears off a lot. I've shown you a bunch of numbers. Let's get back out to the range. I'm going to shoot 1,000 yards at a 12-inch plate 10 times. Let's see how I do. Well, we got a 10-inch or a 12-inch plate at 1,000. The mountain ranges really make wind crazy here, and not that that's an excuse. I need to learn how to read that, but let's just see if the wind will cooperate with me to allow me to hit this target. Here we go. Parallax there. I'm to the right for sure. maybe a hair low, but I'm gonna aim left first. Because there's no berm, I'm not 100% sure if I'm low or not. But that kicked up about there, so I'm gonna aim. Hit! Hey, look at that! That was a dead center punch. Well, no, it was like an inch or two to the right. Let's be honest. Let's not try to lie to you. You can see it, obviously. It's pretty center though. Let's see if we can do it twice in a row or if the wind has changed. Hit again, left edge that time. Wind changed a little bit. But we're right in the middle of the plate, so like dope-wise, everything seems to be perfectly lined up with my numbers, so that's always good news. Ooh, just left. Yep, the wind is changed. It's not, it might be, what is it, stronger or lighter? I don't know. Anyway, wind has changed. We're gonna go like this. Hit it again. I think I got the left edge again. It's like, how many times can I shoot with the wind doing the same thing, right? Oh, I feel like that one went just underneath. Well, that one went a little faster than, I'm getting up into the 180s. I'm usually 2880. I'm usually at 2870. Not that 10 FPS should make that big of a difference. But downrange it can. Oh, I'm to the right again. That wind is shifting a la crazy down there. We got 2 on, or 3 on, I mean. Ooh, just under the left side. Come on, wind. Hit. Middle low. There's 4. Can we get 5? Yep, 5. Sick. 5 out of 10. Not bad. 10 shots, 28, 68. Is there a better angle? .7 SD. Now I'm gonna check the shot list here. If I only had one go wild, I want to remove that one and just see what it does. That is the wild one right there, the very first shot. 28. Ooh, where are you at? There you are. 2843. That is the wild one. He is lower. Everything else was 65 and higher. So we're gonna delete that shot. We're gonna go back. Look at that. You delete that one. That went crazy slow. 9 shots, 2870, 5.6. And you know, with reloading, that kind of stuff can happen, but most of my bullets are more consistent than that one shot showed. All right, guys, I hope I was able to articulate just how excited I am about this Moses cartridge, especially the 6PRS Moses, and how awesome it is. I don't know. I love it. And I hope that it's getting you excited about it and that you're interested. And if you have any questions, you know, feel free to ask those questions in the comments. I will try my best to answer them. I'm actually going to tell the inventor of the Moses about this video so that he knows to come look in the comments and answer questions as well. If you want to call someone on the phone and ask them, look up Precision Rifle Works of Utah. He can answer any questions for you about it as well. And you know, other than that, you know, you could just leave an emoji down there, helps engagement, or just whatever comment you'd like. But I appreciate y'all watching. I hope that was entertaining. I hope that was informative. And please like, subscribe, and always remember that only the most beautiful scalps are bald, and we will see you next time.